The Immortal John Hancock here, and I thought I'd do first impressions of the Switch 2 announcement from Nintendo. They gave lots of details, left some others out. Very interesting. And so the Switch has been out 8 years. I've been an owner for 8 years. I've done videos, many videos on Switch stuff, and want to talk to you. I took some notes here and just going to do a quick kind of overview. This is going to be a very simple video giving my thoughts. The new Mario Kart World looks great. I think that's a great, strong addition. I think that's going to really help drive sales. Very interesting though, in this Switch 2 announcement, they didn't determine price. They didn't want to talk about price. I don't know why that is. You think that would be like one of the first things they would talk about, but they didn't. So they're going to be announcing that later today, I think, on their website where you can pre-order it. Interesting. So what do you think? What do you think the price of the Switch 2 is going to be? Is it going to be $400? It's going to be $500? They have two bundles that they are offering. Just a base Switch 2 and then one with a digital copy of Mario World. The new C button with chat, that's cool. I mean, I think that's needed. It was nice actually to see that. Though the USB-C camera thing, that looked kind of janky, but it looks like I think you can add your own additional camera, so fingers crossed on that. But the camera that they're offering, it didn't look like it was great, and not something I'm really interested in. But it looks like there's a few games that are going to be actually using that. The Mario Party Jamboree upgrade, and let's talk about upgrades. So it looks like Nintendo is going to be offering a wide multitude of upgraded games on the Switch 2. So if you have the original Switch versions of their like first party software and more, you can buy an upgrade pack. Unknown on the cost of that. That's going to really irk some people. You have to pay to upgrade to play additional features and visuals on the Switch 2. But at least you don't have to rebuy the whole game. I don't know what I think of that. I'm not a big fan of upgrade costs. I think of like the PlayStation VR 2 and its kind of dilemma with original PlayStation VR games where you had to buy upgrade packs for many of them. So anyways, that's irritating, but you know, Nintendo's going to do it, and I'm sure many people are going to pay it and not have a problem. All right, let's talk about they announced 120 frames support. That's awesome. HDR support, LCD screen, 7.9 inches. I really like that, and it's 4K. So it's really cool that they finally have a 4K device, has a built-in fan when docked. And so that's going to be 4K docked. I think that's awesome. I think that's really a nice additional upgrade for the Switch 2. I think everybody was expecting that. So for that, I think, okay, it's about in line with what people were expecting. So many of these things I think were in line with what people anticipated, so it's hard to be like shocked about many of the things. I think we all knew that Nintendo was going to go 4K. We all knew that the upgraded visuals are then going to offer a wide assortment of third-party support. So you saw that in the trailer. Many third-party games are coming to the Switch 2 now, and I think that's going to be a welcome addition because there's a lot of people out there that probably have a Switch and an additional console, whether an Xbox One or a PlayStation 5. Nintendo is really demonstrating, hey, you really can just go with our console and you'll be set for a majority of top-tier software. And overall, I think they did a good job of showing games. You know, and having Mario Kart World like spearheading those new games, I think that's going to be awesome. I think the Mario Kart World is going to probably sell the system. It's going to come down to price too. Is it going to be $400? It's going to be $500 because that's going to really determine how many people jump into the Switch 2. I'm sure there's a lot of things in factor and in flux right now. Is there going to be tariffs on it? I'm sure that's weighing on Nintendo. And so they're going to be announcing later on today on their website price and where to pre-order. I'm sure it's going to sell out. So anyways, the mouse feature with the controllers, that was nice. I like that the controllers are bigger. I'm a fan of this controller, and offering that additional to the Switch 2, I think it's great. They also offered a new Switch 2 Pro controller with a C button and some additional things. So the microphone That's cool. I like the chat over the video function. I think that's going to be a welcome addition. So I actually think the video chat is going to be used a lot. It does require a Nintendo Online subscription service, but it looks like they're delaying that requirement at least until March of 2026. So using that chat feature and talking with your friends, I think that's cool. And I think instead of just using your phone and calling your friend, you can go through that. But anyways, I think those things were some of the strengths that I saw in this trailer. Going back here to my notes, the new Switch games are going to be red. It's going to be taking Switch compatible games. I want to know more about that. I want to know what's compatible, what's not. Is there going to be a multitude of games that you can't play on the Switch too? Or is it going to be fully 100% compatible? What percentage, what games don't work? I want to know more about that. Yeah. So yeah, the upgrade packs, going back to that, I think that is not going to be well received for some. But I think for many people are going to pay. It all depends on how much they're charging. Are they charging $10, $20, $12? Who knows? That will determine, I think, and how I think they're going to look at that and how many people are purchasing the upgrade packs, and are they going to continue with that? New Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom upgraded features. I think people are going to jump on that. Kirby's Forgotten Land, Switch 2 edition. Metroid Prime 4, both for Switch 2 and the original. I like that they're offering it on the original Switch, but the upgraded features on Metroid Prime 4. So, yeah, it looks good. It definitely looks better, at least in the trailer, what I saw when Nintendo announced Metroid Prime 4 earlier on the Switch. I wasn't really impressed with the visuals. The visuals look better today, so that makes me happy. There were some other things. The Dragon Drive game looks like, I don't know, looks like an interesting game. I think my daughter would really like playing that, and so it's like a 3-on-3 like basketball game in a looks like a wheelchair. Anyways, interesting. Elden Ring, Hades 2, Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 7, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, Hitman, Project 007. I want to know more about that. These are just some of the third-party stuff that that was announced. Hogwarts Legacy, I think that's going to be a big one. How does that look? How does that compare to the Xbox One and PlayStation 5? So a lot of these third-party games, it's going to be compared. Does it look better? Does it look the same? Is it going to look outdated? I looked at the visuals, and the visuals look good. It was really a laggy presentation. So some of the games I couldn't even look at because the audio wasn't matching up with the video. So going back to that, it looked okay. I think there's a lot of games that look pretty standard. Like, I don't think it's going to like stand out and be that much better on the Switch 2, but it's hard to tell. I do plan on purchasing one when I can get my hands on one. I've upgraded my equipment to capture 4K footage, and I want to share that on my channel when I can. So anyways, thank you so much for all the support over the many years of me doing content, and look forward to providing Switch 2 content on my channel. GameCube support, really nice to see that. I was fingers crossed for Rogue Leader, one of my favorite GameCube games. Who knows if that's ever going to come. I would love to see that on a GameCube collection, but I didn't see it, but I saw some other things. Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, F-Zero, with more to come. So I know a lot of people are excited. I'm sure Luigi's Mansion's coming. Anyways, that's cool. Borderlands 4, Civ 7, NBA 2K, WWE, Cyberpunk, which I wasn't able to see because it was lagging so much. So lots of good third-party support, no price. And then at the near end of the presentation, which they did a good job. I think it was packed with good information. Crazy that they didn't announce a price. So I think price is really going to determine how many people are going to jump in initially. I think early adopters are going to jump in. I think Nintendo Switch is going to be fine. Is it going to be more successful than the original Switch? Hard to tell. I think there's lots of things to determine, and moving forward, it's really going to come down to price and how many people jump in. And I think Nintendo's looking at that. Nintendo's looking at how this is going to roll out. but I do like that they are, you know, really offering a wide variety of software support. The Donkey Kong at the very end, that looks good. I'm actually, I'm a platform person, so that Donkey Kong game at the very end of the presentation looked really good. I was impressed with that. I'm going to be picking that up, and the Mario Kart. So what do you think? In the comments below, let me know. This is just first impressions. Thank you so much for viewing this video. If you like what you see, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep it positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.